Section 17.1 deals with the biological functions of lipids. And first, let's classify what lipids are. Lipids are biomolecules that are soluble in organic solvents and are insoluble in water. If you've ever tried to clean fat off of, let's say, a frying pan, you've probably noticed that the fat doesn't dissolve in water. Unlike other chapters where we focused on functional groups, lipids are in fact not defined by a particular functional group. Thus, we're going to see a wide variety of structures and functions. Something that all lipids have in common, though, is that they contain many nonpolar carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bonds, very few polar bonds, and that is why they are insoluble in water. Remember, water is a polar solvent, and also remember the rule, like dissolves like. So a compound, like a lipid, that contains many nonpolar bonds will not be soluble in water. Again, the term lipids actually refers to a collection of organic molecules of varying chemical composition. They are grouped together on the basis of their solubility in nonpolar solvents. Lipids may be subdivided into four main types. Fatty acids, being saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. Glycerides, which are glycerol-containing lipids. And so those lipids are going to contain glycerol, or 1,2,3-propane-triol. Non-glyceride lipids, like sphingolipids, sphingomyelins, or glycolipids, steroids and waxes. And finally, complex lipids, which are also known as lipoproteins. In this chapter, we're going to examine the structure, properties, chemical reactions, and biological functions of each of the lipids that are shown in this figure. As a result of differences in their structures, lipids serve many different functions in the human body. The following brief list will give you an idea of the importance of lipids in biological processes. Like carbohydrates, lipids are an excellent energy source for the body. When oxidized, each gram of fat releases 9 kilocalories of energy, or more than twice the energy released by the oxidation of a gram of a carbohydrate. Most of the energy stored in the body is in the form of lipids, or triglycerides, that are stored in fat cells called adipocytes. These fats are a particularly rich source of energy for the body. Phosphoglycerides, sphingolipids, and steroids make up the basic structure of all cell membranes. These membranes control the flow of molecules into and out of cells and allow cell-to-cell communication. The steroid hormones are critical messengers that allow tissues of the body to communicate with one another. The hormone, like prostaglandins, exert strong biological effects on both the cells that produce them and other cells in the body. The lipid-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K play a major role in the regulation of several critical biological processes, including blood clotting and vision. Dietary fat serves as a carrier of the lipid-soluble vitamins. All are transported into cells of the small intestine in association with fat molecules. Therefore, a diet that is too low in fat, or less than 20% of the calorie intake, can result in a deficiency of these four vitamins. Fats serve as a shock absorber or protective layer for the vital organs. About 4% of the total body fat is reserved for this critical function. Fat stored beneath the skin, or subcutaneous fat, serves to insulate the body from extremes of cold temperatures.